The Missouri Trotter is one of the best and most versatile horses you can get in the game. It runs in 2 coats and generally only available from Chapter 4 for the Amber Champagne and in the epilogue for the Silver Dapple Pinto. It also has a steep price tag of $950, but we will show you some ways to get it for free as early as Chapter 2. My name is Jono, and today we will show you how to get yourself a Missouri Trotter and give you an overview of the horse. As usual, all the timestamps are in the description down below. We also have plenty of guides for RDR2 and other games on the channel, as well as playthrough and unboxings, so feel free to subscribe to get more content your way. And don't hesitate to leave a like to the video to show us what content you'd like to see more of. Both coats have the same stats and price tag, but honestly the Missouri Trotter will set you back $950, unless you get some good discount, then you will pay $855 for it. It's a race and work horse with standard handling and has a starting health of 5 and stamina of 6, as well as a speed of 7 and an acceleration of 5 that can easily be upgraded with a good saddle and stirrup or by dealing extra upgrade slots by racing some NPCs. The Amber Champagne coat can be bought in the Scarlet Meadow stable once you reach Chapter 4, and the Silver Dapple Pinto in the Blackwater stable once you reach the epilogue. Not being available in the wild to tame, an easy way to get them is to steal them from the stables. To do so, find a small to medium cart and ride it to the stable's door. Make sure your main horse isn't following you, as it could cause some trouble. Aim at the ceiling or lamp and shoot one shot to get a wanted level. No need to kill anyone. This will allow you to walk about the stable without being put in its menu or kicked out via a cutscene. Jump into the stall of the horse you want and feed or brush it by accessing your item wheel via L1 or the left trigger, and switch into your horse items as you won't be able to focus on the horse itself. You will then see the secondary horse icon appear on your minimap. Needless to say that if you had a secondary horse outside and not stable at that stage, it will be replaced by this one. All you need to do now is exit the stable and run away. Whistle your horse and wait for it to come to you. It might take a bit of time, so keep whistling until you escape the stables. Try to avoid being seen by the Lord to make it easier on yourself and avoid getting a bounty. And there you go, the horse is yours. This trick works for any horse at any stables really. Now this was the easy way, but you might want the Missouri Trotter earlier in Chapter 2. And there are many ways to get one, and not all of them have the same success rate or are easy. The first method is for Biscuit. Biscuit is an NPC horse that normally spawns dead, but due to a glitch, it can also appear barely alive. That random event can appear at multiple locations, and it's a gamble to find a Trotter alive or not. If you have already encountered the event, your chances are pretty slim for it to repeat itself. If you know an exact location where the event can pop up, like the one at Moonstone Pond, you can save your game on the trail between Bathurst Station and Cromarty Dale and go to Moonstone Pond. The event might pop up there, or another one with a kidnapped wife. Reload your game until you encounter the Biscuit event with the horse alive, and then all you need to do is feed the horse to recover its health and bond with it to level 1. This method is uncertain at best and tedious without any guarantee. I only managed to successfully get one on the Xbox. The state and its owner can also pop at various locations in a more open space, like the one in Lemon near Fast Rock, north of Mattock Pond. You will preferably need a long scope rifle for this one. Save your game when you're near Fast Rock. Reach the top of Fast Rock and look along the road for Biscuit. If you can't see the NPC and the horse, just reload your game and repeat. Once they appear, get your rifle out and dispose of the lady. This will trigger the random event to reload itself and pop up a new horse and lady. If the horse falls down, well, you know what to do. Repeat until you see the horse standing on its 4 legs. Then run to it, feed it, and bond with it to make it yours. This method is also tedious and uncertain, so no doubt your patience will be tested. The other Missouri fat sorter that is up for grab, is the Albert Mason one. For this one, you will need to complete the two first RDR for Amateurs side missions. The first one will pop up south of Strawberry during daytime, right here on the map. It's your first meeting with Albert, and you will need to recover his stolen bag. After at least 2 in-game days, the second leg of RDR for Amateur will pop up north in Beat Valley, right here on the map. In this one, you will have to get rid of some wolves after Albert took a photo of them. The third leg of the mission will again appear after roughly 2 in-game days, this time in the Heartlands, near the Heartland Overflow. Reach the location and save your game right there, so you can reload it if you don't get the fat Trotter the first time, as this method requires some patience and can easily flop, but we'll give you all the tips. Stay tuned. Once you save your game, you can trigger the mission. No stress at first, you can watch the cutscene. Albert sends you to push a herd of horses in front of his camera for a photo. Once the cutscene is done, mount your horse and reach the herd location. Push the horses slowly so they start moving in Albert's direction. Trigger your eagle eye and look at the trail behind each horse. Now what you want to do is focus on the fat Trotter one and start tracking it. This can be tricky, but going slow and placing yourself directly behind the Missouri fat Trotter will make it easier. The track you focus on will turn blue and the others will stay gray, so if you have the wrong horse, just refocus on the Missouri fat Trotter. Once you set up, push the horses in front of Albert while going back in eagle eye before the tracking bar in the bottom right corner of your screen depletes. This will be the main technique for this method. Run in after the horse and going in eagle eye to reset your tracking bar until you reach the fat Trotter. Note that the faster you run, the faster the bar depletes, so be careful. You want to get a good rhythm there, and it might take some trials to get it right. Once Albert took the photo, you will need to see him to trigger the cutscene. Make sure the tracking bar is nearly full before the cutscene. An easy way to go is reach Albert while in eagle eye, in slow-mo. Skip the cutscene right away and trigger eagle eye. While in eagle eye, turn around and you should see the track in the water. At that point, do not run. I repeat, do not run, but walk to the track while calling your horse. If you run, you will lose the tracking bar really quickly. Once on your horse, the fun begins. Follow the track while making sure you don't lose your tracking bar in the bottom right corner of the screen. Once on your horse, you can gallop, but the faster you run, the faster the bar will deplete. So it's for you to find a good rhythm between running and resetting your tracking bar by going into eagle eye. The faster you go though, the faster you will reach the horse. It's a balancing act. Personally, I don't jinx it and keep a steady rhythm without rushing. Yes, the fat Trotter will be farther away, but at least I won't have to restart the mission if I mess up. Sometimes you may lose the track in the topography. Don't panic. It's generally not far, probably heading in the same direction, and you will catch up to it. If you have a good view of the track, you can also take a shortcut to make it faster. Continue following the track until you see the horse. Once it appears on your screen, you don't have to track it anymore. You won't be able to lasso it. You can try shooting it so it slows down, but from my experience, it dies more often than not, and it's still quite fast even injured. So be patient at that stage. Ride along the horse until you see the prompt to jump on it, and hope for the game to be on your side. Cause see, the button to jump on the horse is the same one as making your own horse jump. and the game isn't great at discerning your intention. You may also fall in the ordeal, and it can be frustrating, but you still have time to jump back on your horse and pursue the fourth Trotter. Keep at it. Once the game finally listens to you and allows you to jump on its back, choose Break the Horse. Now, for the most important part. At this stage, the game still thinks the Missouri fourth Trotter is an accessory to the side mission. A prop more than a horse, if you will. So do not dismount the horse. Feed and brush it until you reach level 1 bonding. This is important. You need to reach level 1 bonding. If you dismount the horse, you won't be able to go back on unless you jump back onto it, and it doesn't always work. You won't be able to put your saddle on it either, as it's still propped at this stage. Even if you go to the stable to saddle it, if you dismount it, you will not be able to climb back on it. So once you reach level 1, save your game and reload it. This will change your fourth Trotter status from asset to rear horse. And you will now be able to put your saddle on it and use it as any other horse. This method works well. It requires a bit of skill and patience, but you are sure to get the horse at least. That's my preferred method, as I don't like to leave it to chance, and I can do it early until Chapter 2 when the stables are open. There's another variant involving placing a wagon in the horse's way before the start of the mission, to slow them down and reach them fast without tracking. In my experience, I got mixed results, as the horses doesn't always run in the same direction, and the wagon is not always available if you restart the mission. You may be tempted to reach the horses before triggering the final cutscene too, but at the time of recording, there was no way to get it at this location. At level 1, it will have a health of 5 and a stamina of 6, which is a good starting point for any horse. If you wish so, you can sell it at the stable for 38 baht if stolen, 475 bahts if you bought it legally, or 76 bahts at the horse fence at that level. You will need to get to 400 XP to upgrade your bonding level to 2. You can do so by patting, feeding, brushing, or leading your horse, the latter being the most efficient time-wise, but also the most boring if you just want to play the game. Once at level 2, its health will go to 6, and stamina will increase to 7. You will be able to sell it at the stables for 95 bahts if acquired in a shitty way, or 617.50 if acquired in exchange of money. And at the horse fence, you will be given 114 bahts for it either way. To reach level 3, you will now need to get to 1150 XP. Once done, its health will be at 7, and stamina stat will also go to 8. At the stables, you will get 142.50 if you happen to find a horse, and 760 bahts if you made a deal for it at the stables. And Clay will give you 190 bahts for it at his fence. You will need to get to 2450 XP to reach level 4 bonding with the Missouri fourth Trotter. And reaching that level will max out his health at 8 and stamina stat to a not too shabby 9. You will be able to sell it for 190 bahts at the stables if you don't have the papers, or $902.50 if you got his birth certificate. And you will get 285 bahts for it at the horse fence. All in all, the Missouri fourth Trotter is a great horse. Good speed, good acceleration, great health and stamina at level 4, and a good temperament while hunting or on a mission. If you watch my playthrough or any guides on this channel, you know it's my go-to horse. I always get the silver Dapple Pinto for Trotter and the amber champagne for John. It's a horse that looks good and rides well. It's great in any situation. If you need to run away from the law, race an NPC, hunt some wildlife, this horse is always ready and good to go. It has my seal of approval. And thanks everyone for tuning in, and keep an eye out for other horses profile on the channel. Until next time, see ya!